Hi, Juicy. The moment you've been waiting for. Also, I hope there's no delay anymore in this stream. Hi. I feel like the delay is not that bad. I feel like. Because this whole afternoon, I was searching how to reduce the delay.
NANI?
Nani? Hi, Mega Kronks. I was searching how to reduce the delay and I changed the server that I'm streaming to. So hopefully this does the trick and I get to chat with you guys when I play. But anyways, this game, I've already played it before, but since I have the worst memory, I literally don't remember anything about the game anymore. But all I remember is it was a good game and I literally finished like the game 100% with all achievements on Steam. So, you know, that's something. So, I thought I'd replay it on stream because I want you guys to see like this game. Posture check. I think I'm sitting pretty fine. Am I? I think this is fine. You guys ready? Also, if you can hear the sad music, that's from the pause screen because this game doesn't have a main menu. And I had to delete my old save data to start a new game. So we're literally starting from scratch. You guys ready? Ready to play? Let's go. So look at that pause screen. It looks amazing, right? And yeah, you know, I was gonna say something, but I might spoil it. So I just say it later. What remains of Edith Finch? So like, we're in a ship, obviously. It is. It looks amazing. Though I'm streaming in not so good quality. And I hope you guys could see it. You guys ready? I'm gonna open this. We're all watching.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you. And I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna start at the beginning with the house.
Also, I'm gonna try my best not to talk over the dialogue. And is the volume fine? Like, can you hear what she's saying? Look at this. We're in the woods.
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
She wasn't the first person.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Okay, let me just turn it up like real quick. Thanks for that. Let me know if it's fine. Let me look for another dialogue in a bit. I can't read it though. I can read Milton Finch. That's her brother. And you can't run in this game, I think. Let me check the controls. Yeah, I don't think you can. You'll see, you'll see.
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
Sounds kind of sus. She's not allowed in half the rooms. I don't remember this game.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Urgent?
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
No trespassing, but trespasses anyway. So sad.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
I have a key.
Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Ooh, very mysterious. The Finches. Let's go here. I think you can go here. I remember you could. Yeah, I know. It's amazing. It's so aesthetically pleasing.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoofprints.
Footprints. Ooh, it's a deer. Reminds me of Life is Strange. And I plan on streaming that too.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it.
Max Pog.
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Is there anything here? I'm so happy to know that it's running smoothly. We found the perfect server. Let's look around first before actually going to the house.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something but never do.
Thanks. Is there anything? I think that's it. This is just gonna go back to the mailbox. We're just brisk walking like Phasmo. The ambience of the game is amazing though. There's a basketball thing there.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Whoa. Hi, Brett. How are you? You're here. I'm so happy you're here.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words.
Spooky.
Now, As a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
It is giving me the willies. I mean, I know I've played it, but it's still kind of scary. Something about big houses. Gary's potting mix. Yeah. Very eerie. Wait, let's try opening the door here.
I hoped the key might unlock the front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
That's so scary, like peeking into a house like that. I wouldn't do that. Like, honestly, my heart skipped a beat when she peeked in. I was expecting something. Is there anything here?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
The way it's saving made me nervous. Can we open this door?
The power had been turned off the night we left.
How long ago was that? It is a massive house, and I think we're the only one here. I don't know. Crawling into the doggy door.
For the first time in years,
It's 2010.
I felt like I was home.
Honestly, I would be
But instead of a
really
family,
scared.
there were just memories of one. Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot. Or how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
They have a cat. Apple pie. Looks good. I hope we meet the cat.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Oh, the text was there. I didn't even notice.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Oh, there's a body of water there. That's a nice view.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Yeah, so much stuff. Books, even.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Huge windows freak me out. I think I feel the opposite. I like seeing the outside. I feel claustrophobic when there's no windows.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
That's creepy. Can we stop it?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Why would she tell you to stay out of the basement? Yeah, you easily understand it. You can like really relate.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Peepholes.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Barbara Finch. Oh, there's stairs here.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Odin.
Barbara was a child star for 2 years, until America grew out of it.
This feature makes me uncomfortable. I don't like peeking through. But I guess you have to.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Calvin.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Yeah, it does make me feel uneasy. Look at this thing though, the date. It's 1976 to 1977. He only lived for a year.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Why do they lock up all the rooms though? Oh, there's an open room here.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Literally the red room, but on a different level. Yeah.
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Walter. Shout out Walter.
I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
I like the vibe of this room, like the color.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. We just opened a book.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Wow.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
That's cute.
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh, this was the room
Just
we
like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Molly's room.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Yeah, it's cute. I like the bunny plushies. She seems to have a pet.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own
She had a
even tinier
gerbil.
gerbil cage. I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
It's so sus how the mom seals doors.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
Wait, where Molly? Let's look here. Looks
My
like something
Halloween
to eat.
candy was all gone. Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
The mom is sus. She literally ate the gerbil food. Why would you not feed your child? Honestly. So dark.
I kept eating and eating.
She ate toothpaste.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Is that even edible? Oh my god. It's not food. It's definitely not food.
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest.
No.
I reached out for her.
No.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
What? She's a cat?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
I'm a bit confused right now. But I like it because we're a cat. How do I go there? It's so far.
Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh, there they are. Oh my god. Yeah, the cat was Smalley, right? Is that the bird? How do I go there?
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
How do I go there?
I gobbled her up,
Oh my god, she fell.
and suddenly I was an owl.
What?
All I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Little teeth. She can literally turn into anything. How do you do that?
Rabbits.
Rabbits?
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons.
What?
I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Oh my god. I don't support this rabbit abuse.
A
Can we,
mama
like-
rabbit.
Where is she? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. If I had another choice. What if I just not capture that rabbit? Where is she? Oh, there's a lot of them.
She
Oh,
was
I feel
almost
so
too
bad.
big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
How does that happen? What? Imagine seeing a shark roll down a hill like that. What? I can't move. This is so weird.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
How does this even happen? You skip dinner, then you suddenly turn into like 3 different animals.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Fat and juicy.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good. Grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Ew, what? What is that? I get hungry at night too. For real. Ew, is this a worm? Oh, it's an octopus. Yeah, it is, because I'm
I was a
dragging
monster, and I
something.
smelled people everywhere.
She's a monster? I don't know what she is, honestly, but it looks gross.
I was big, and I moved real quiet.
Whoa, you can knock down the letters. Scared me. Eating humans. Is there anything here? Oh, it looks like it's not open.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
This place is kind of creepy, but I feel strong because I'm a monster. I didn't see it! Oh my god. What is that? It was gonna say something. Can we eat the bird? I can't. She's literally eating everything.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
The appetite of this girl, though.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
The good smell. Probably like what, samgyup or something. She needs nourishment, yeah. It's actually kind of sad if you think about it. Like her mom hasn't been feeding her, I think. Maybe that's why she's so
I got
hungry.
closer and closer.
Wait, this is her room. Oh, we're back here. Oh, why are we a monster?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was
All her
weak.
stuff.
I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Wait, I'm so confused.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Did she eat herself? How did that happen? How do you even do that? How do you... I just don't understand it.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
Probably
So,
swallowing.
when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
She named a stray kitten Molly. I think like she died and then they named the kitten Molly.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Built 1937. Edie won't go.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Finch. So crazy how they die.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
All of them are dying.
Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Oh, they have a curse.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
How do you even transport a house?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
How do I exit?
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Damn, indeed. They really are.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
What is that?
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Is this like carpet
It was a
or
pretty
something?
big trace.
Cute bathroom, but it looks kind of weird. There's a secret.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look.
Yeah, I will get drenched.
It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
So many secret
Sven gave
rooms.
Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
It looks fun to explore, but it's scary at the same time. So much rooms and hidden rooms. One-time visit. Fort Calvin.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
We're just out here
My
swinging.
brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Oh my god.
then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it. I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh my god.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Me too. It's really sad. But on a lighter note,
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
I used to do that too, like in the swings. I'd want to like make the swing like go like around.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
We can't go there.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
This is kind of creepy. Why would you keep that in your room? She's an actress, I think.
I never
like
thought
her
about
room.
how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
She looks like she was a hipster. Like her room looks like it.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch.
Feature Allison stream after
As
this.
a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in
Sad.
a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Okay, honestly, those screams were so loud.
And as she wound the key, she
Oh, we're
listened for
controlling
Rick,
it.
but the house was silent.
Oh my god, we're controlling it. This is a bit creepy.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Oh no. Not a good sign.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Creeps me out when you have to control it. I need to feature Alice though after this.
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Right. She played her part beautifully.
This is pretty intense. Can I go here?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groan. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet. The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was... At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
She was gonna die.
She saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Could have went without that last line. Wait, let me just get Alex.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Hi, everyone. She was sleeping. But anyways, I don't get it. Like, I don't get how she died. I know like the monsters have some sort of symbolism. It's just weird. So her ear might be in the music box. Might be.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Imagine how the ear would smell though. Jesus. I mean, this game is confusing, but it's fun. Fun to uncover the stories. Oh, we can't look inside. I hope we don't see the hookman. Are there crutches here? There's no crutch here. Sad.
Mom said the
Sven.
basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Whoa. What? It's so dark.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone.
Where's Walter?
She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
They have a bunker.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years. On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
A monster.
And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone.
Why was
Maybe
it
it got
shaking?
tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
How do I leave? Oh. I swear this house goes on forever. So many rooms.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
A bit
I don't
inspirational.
mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Oh. Rip.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
That was sad. That was sad. Yeah, that's why it was shaking.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
That was really sad, though. His letter was really deep, and he was ready to live his life. But he
Maybe
didn't
she
get
was
the
afraid
chance.
I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made. Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real. I don't know
Walter's
if I should even
story-
be writing this.
Walter's story was sad.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family. And the history you're a part of. Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
Yeah.
I
I'm
think
lost.
people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
These are like the motion sensor lights. It's kind of creepy if you install those in your house.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
I don't think the animal's story wasn't possible. Was possible.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house? It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Oh,
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
rip to all the pets. Oh, there was a bunny. And a cat. That's sad. Another cat. Another bunny.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery. I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
What is that?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, was that the house they tried to transport? I think it was.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
That's sad.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
I remember this place when we were a
But
cat.
looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
She's pregnant? This is not a very safe activity. Oh my god, yeah, she is. She has a small bump.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were both pretty intense. Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Hmm?
Perfect.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything? It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
I like when the games let you take pictures.
Aw. You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
What else can we take a picture of?
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee.
Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn.
Whoa.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of him.
Where is he? Where is he? I don't see him.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target. Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive... Great shot, Dawn!
I did not know I was gonna kill it. I pressed the button and it just... Why is he taking a selfie?
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
The animal abuse. What?
Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Oh my god, it's so hard to control
Dad,
this.
it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera.
This is
Try not
so
to think
messed
about-
up.
Dad!
I don't like that they were taking a picture with the dead.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That was heavy. R.I.P. Gregory. It's sad. That felt heavy.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss and cry.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger.
What a kid.
The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Whoa.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Whoops.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Everyone's just dying. Can't open that.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
She's literally like pregnant.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Wait, was I supposed to get something upstairs? I'm sorry. You have to climb this again.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Can I go down there? I can't.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal. But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
We're so high up.
After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
The peepholes, so uneasy.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
That's cute. I like this little room. It would be nice to paint here.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Oh wow, indeed. Oops. I'm flipping the pages with my mouse.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
He disappeared. Where did he go?
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
What did you find? Really? I guess it's fine that there's no run option.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself.
She didn't report to the police. I know. That's so sus.
After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
It's like a hippie dude.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Kinda has a good vibe in the room.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
That's a nice view. What a nice place to set up your PC.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery, but he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
What? I can't...
wander.
Oh.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads.
I'm doing two things at once.
And things that have not names.
I'll try my best. Things that have no names.
He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on.
I'm multitasking right now.
I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Oh, there's a doggo.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia.
Lewis-topia.
He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
This is a crazy imagination.
Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Whoa.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Yeah, he's daydreaming.
New Louisville.
This reminds me of Game of Thrones, like the title screen.
St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality.
I'm sorry, I keep forgetting about the fish.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
He was lost in his daydream.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a...
Prince or queen? What do you guys think? Oh my god, I'm sorry, I can't control it.
handsome queen.
I tried to stop it.
The queen was on her own quest for...
Let's go with the serpents.
sinister serpents. He followed the sound of her
electric. Is that sitar?
Electric sitar.
Sitar.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
I can't see the thing that cuts the fish head.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Oh my god, there's so many fish.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king. For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming.
I wish my imagination was this vivid.
And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him. He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Wait, is that him? Like we're
He began to
approaching
despise
himself.
the man with a royal contempt.
It is him.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
I don't like where this is going. We're gonna get chopped.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on inviting him.
Oh my god, it's a huge cat though.
His queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Oh. Our head's gonna get chopped.
Bend down his head.
This is messed up.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
That's crazy. I think that's the craziest
My brother was
story.
really cool. I wish you could have met him.
My chat is not working in my other screen. It's the internet. Yeah, his story is my favorite, I think. It's so messed up. Hit different.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I
We're like-
understand why we left.
I think we're in the top room.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Why?
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe you should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another. All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
So dark. So where Edith...
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles.
Edith in the past.
When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
I swear this house has so many secret passages.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
Ooh, we can go
There'd
there.
been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years.
Damn.
God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
I can't see.
I got turned around.
I don't know where I am.
For a while, I wandered. I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it! Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
What? I wanted to know what happened.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot.
It's the mom. She's so sus.
We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't.
Oh no.
And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
I think we're the baby.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way.
Oh my god. She died, I think.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
That's so sad. That's so... Can't believe she died. Wait, was this like based... No, I don't think it was based on a true story. Was it? Well, that was interesting. Same question, Fritz. I don't know. Was it? Yeah, it was a good game. I like how the game like told the story. Sad though, like so many sad stuff happened. They literally all died. No one broke the curse. Well, maybe the kid can break the curse. It was really good, yeah. And I like the voice actress. The credits are nice too. It's like, it's different. It's kind of entertaining. I think those pictures are the people as kids. I know, that was the same thing I was thinking. But I think they just did that to like, I don't know, add to the effect. If it was a true story, that would be crazy. I still don't get Molly's story. And Barbara. Maybe Molly's story was she died of starvation. But I don't know with Barbara. Juicy, would you know? Oh, Barbara got murdered. Oh, that's crazy. That's sad. Oh my god, yeah. That would be shocking if it was her boyfriend. The end. That was cool. I liked it. Now I remember the story. That was good. I'll probably like watch videos, like explained videos after this. His bro got traumatized to live 30 years underground. Yeah, that was crazy. I was really sad with Walter's story. Like, the moment he decided to live his life, he wasn't given the chance because he died. That's sad. But it was fun. It was fun playing this game with you guys. I really enjoy playing these kinds of games on stream. I think it's interesting to talk about. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll be streaming again on Friday, same time, 8 p.m. I'm gonna rewatch this stream if there were like any frame drops or lag. If there's none, maybe I could stream Overcooked again. Yeah, we were so confused in the beginning, especially Molly's story when she was like turning into different animals. Yes. Thanks guys for watching. I really appreciate that you guys watched almost a whole stream. I think Juicy and Brett's watched the entire stream. Thank you. It was fun. It was fun having you guys play the game with me. So yeah, I'll look for more games like this. I enjoy playing this with you guys. You're eating. Okay, that's fine. Should always remember to eat. Don't starve yourself. Yeah, me too. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Friday. Same time. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good night or day wherever you are. And I'll see you on the next stream. Bye. Good night, Brits. GG's, Jericho.